can be a child's face, your child's face. That children are the most deeply affected persons in times of disharmony and strife is borne out by the Dallas County Medical Society, whose spokesman is Dr. P.E. Lukey, Jr.
We wouldn't knowingly hurt or frighten a child. And yet, as we have seen, violence does frighten children. They become uncertain and insecure. When children are frightened and insecure, they look to their parents or those they love and respect for reassurance and guidance. We know from our wartime studies that children can go through bombings, moving, cold, and hunger without any lasting effects if their parents were there. On the other hand, children taken from their parents and moved to safer places often became disturbed. Thus we see that violence frightens children. The pain, anger, hysteria, and fear is disturbing to them. They look to their parents or loved ones for support. If these parents represent violence or condone violence, then the children become very upset and disturbed. Disturbed children are sick children. They may not look sick or act sick, but they are sick.
Medicine explains the child's need for security. Society must meet these needs and does so through the law by which we live. From the County Court of Judge Julian Heyer, Dean J.W. Ream of the Southern Methodist University Law School defines the law.
The law is a system where the unfortunate stand as peer and equal with the most privileged. A court is a vehicle tested and refined over generations, where two people equally sure of their morality can bring their disputes, and dispositions can be made based on the facts and the law of their conflict, so that each might continue to enjoy his rights and live together in the community with a mutual respect for each other's position. Here, the rules of organized society function.
I'm Ralph Hartman, member of the Dallas Bar Association. I meet my opponent in court here within these walls where disputes are settled between our clients. I'm entitled to bring witnesses and to cross-examine my opponent's witnesses. This is where the witness sits as he tells his facts to the jury. This is the jury and where they sit as they listen to the facts. My client's opponent also is represented by a lawyer.
I am Tom Hartnett. I am also a member of the Dallas Bar Association. This is where we lawyers sit. We prosecute, we defend, we argue before a judge elected by the people to stand impartially between myself and my opponent. The witnesses, who are laymen, bring facts to the jury, who are laymen. The jury determines the facts. His Honor, the judge, then applies the law to the facts in rendering the decision. Violence cannot change a decision rendered within these walls.
Once a decision has been made, it is the law. On April 6th of this year, the federal court decision became final that some degree of desegregation must by law begin in Dallas in the schools this fall. In spite of arguments, in spite of criticisms, in spite of personalities, the law is the law. Disagreement or dissatisfaction with any law should not and it must not be expressed by citizens in violence. In a democracy, there are always legal channels open to those who would prefer to change the law. These are the methods which a good citizen uses, not brickbats and stones.
On these principles, Dallas stands. On these principles, the leadership of Dallas is firm. Through the Bar Association, the Medical Society, the Council of Churches, the Labor Council, from its elected officials and its newspapers, Dallas has found many voices, but with a single message.
Dallas is a good city, and we want to keep it that way. We need all of our citizens to accept their civic and their personal responsibilities, and to stand up and be counted for law and order. We need your help. As your mayor, and speaking for your city council, we pledge our assistance in this program and earnestly hope to have yours. Together, we will show America the Dallas way.